Hey YouTube, what's up? A WWDC 2011 keynote just wrapped up, so what happened? Well, let's get started. So the first thing that Apple did today was show off macOS 10 Lion, which just was kind of just showing the devs, that were there and more in-depth demo. Which, one of the great things that I heard today was we got a release time frame, and this will be out by July, so it's really exciting. So next month you'll be able to get it, which the price point is the best feature I've ever heard Apple announce, which with all these updates and things, there's hundreds and hundreds of new features. An update will just be $29. That is an amazing price for this OS update. I think it's great, and it'll be available exclusively in the Mac App Store, which is really interesting. So you have to be on you have to be on Snow Leopard to get this update. So if you're on Leopard, you can't just go buy a disc and upgrade and skip Snow Leopard. You actually have to have Snow Leopard to get to Lion, which is interesting. So, and Apple is totally dropping, the disc thing in general, like I said. And one interesting thing you'll see on Apple's website is they're dropping the Mac from Mac OS 10. So now they're just calling it OS 10 Lion. They've even dropped it from Snow Leopard. Now it's just OS 10 Snow Leopard. So it's just interesting. So, just something to think about. I don't think it's really anything to worry about that Apple's going to do anything new there. So iOS 5, may I say, it's just wow. They have done so many great new things with iOS 5. They fixed so many issues that I've had with it. So let me go on and talk about these things right now instead of rambling on. So the first thing they added was a brand new notification system. Now you just drag down from the top and you get the notifications that you've been looking at. And now they're even unintrusive. So you're playing a game, it just slides up there at the top, it doesn't interrupt you, and it goes away after a second. It's really exciting, so you can just swipe down from the top and get all these notifications. You even get stocks and weather right there, which is really cool. You even get notifications from the lock screen, which gives the lock screen some use, which is finally there. I'm really excited and happy that they finally added some lock screen stuff there. They finally added some lock screen usage. And that's pretty much it. The next thing is a newsstand, which is Apple's solution to the magazines and newspapers on the iPhone. So now it's kind of like a folder, but it's more like an app or a folder, But anyway, whenever you download a magazine, it goes straight to there. So there's no need for developers to make an app specifically for Time magazine. Now it just downloads directly to this little folder, and you can read it right from there, which is really cool. Next is iMessages, which is BBM for iOS. So it's BlackBerry Messenger for the iOS. It allows any iOS user using iOS 5 to communicate with another iOS user over Wi-Fi or 3G. This is really exciting that they've finally done that. The next thing is reminders. I'm so excited this is one thing that they added, because this is something that I thought would never be added in a million years, which is it syncs with iCal to-dos. So now I can make an iCal to-do, and it gives iCal to-do function some actual use now, because before, I had no use for iCal to-dos. Okay, I make them, but I don't know that I have them on my iPhone. And that's just really aggravating, but now they're there on the iPhone, and it pretty much put all the to-do app makers out of business again. So Apple put a lot of companies out of business today, may I add. So the next thing is Twitter integration. Twitter integration is now built into the iOS app, at least for sending tweets. It's not really for reading tweets, but at least for sending tweets, it's there. So in the Photos app, the Maps app, Safari, the Camera app, and YouTube, you can now send tweets to things right from there, which is really cool. So now you're looking at a website, you want to send a quick tweet, telling all your followers to look at this, they now can. It's really cool. The only thing that makes me kind of question is, why is there no Facebook support? Just kind of a small thing there. So now let's talk about the Camera app, and I love the new Camera app. And now you can have a camera button right on the lock screen. It's really great. So now you go to unlock your iPhone, you tap it, you can hit the camera button right there and immediately open up the camera. It's really great and exciting. Now you can pinch to zoom in on something, and you can even hit the volume up button to take a picture. So there's no more trying to figure out where that button is, so it's really exciting, and I'm really happy with that. There's also some other things, like some grid alignment things. Next is Photos. Now you can edit photos right from the Photos app, which is really cool. And sure, these are mostly, like auto editing things, so like auto enhancement, auto red eye, and crop. But, the crop gives you a few, tweaks there where you can rotate the image and stuff. So let's talk about some new Safari tweaks they added. Now you have tab browsing on the iPad, so it's so much better. Instead of having to pop out from the website and go back in, you can do tab browsing right from there, which is really cool. Now they have a reader list, which, may I add, puts Instapaper out of business, which allows you to pretty much read articles offline. And it syncs between your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac. Next is PC Free, which is something that I have been begging for, and Apple finally has delivered this. now there's no need to have a PC for an iOS device anymore, so now setup can happen right on the device. So once iOS 5 launches, you go to open up your new iPad, and it says welcome. You slide the unlock, and you go to the setup right there on your iPad, or iPhone, or iPod Touch. Next is mail updates. Now there is rich text formatting, so you can add bold, underlines, and italics, which is pretty cool. And something that's not really related to mail, but is there, is now you can actually separate the keyboard, with the iPad. So now you kind of have like a side of the keyboard, for each thumb, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of like the Windows 8 thumbs mode. And like Apple kind of took a playbook from that, which is pretty cool. Next is wireless syncing. So with iOS 5, every time you plug your device into power, so say overnight you go to lay down, you plug in your iPhone, it automatically starts syncing to your Mac as long as you're connected to the same Wi-Fi network. It's really cool, so you can get all the up-to-date information. And you also have over-the-air updates, which is really cool. So you'll have that, so you go home, connect to Wi-Fi, plug in your phone, and overnight you can download the latest update to like iOS 5.1 or something. Next is a new Game Center stuff. You can now add photos and stuff. Nobody really cares about that. There are now multitasking gestures, which are pretty cool, I guess. So some of the stuff we've seen before, you can now do in iOS 5, I guess, which it doesn't really have it on the iPhone 4, but it is there. Next is display mirroring. So now you can display mirror wirelessly over AirPlay from the iPad 2 to your Apple TV, which is pretty neat, I think. It's kind of sad that there's no iPhone support for that, but it is there. Oh, and one more thing that I really want to add that's really exciting to me is you can now purchase text message tones from the iTunes store, which will be coming soon. And iOS 5 will be coming this fall, which really bummed me out. Like I was hoping, like a July release, but it'll be coming this fall. And so we're just going to be looking out for that. So I'm really excited about iOS 5, and I really can't wait. Lots of new stuff with iOS, so now let's talk about iCloud. And iCloud will be totally replacing Mobile Me, which I'm really happy about. So let me go on and talk about some of the features that iCloud is going to have. So the first is Photo Stream. This is how you take a picture with your iPhone and send it to your Mac, your iPad, or your PC, or your iPod Touch, theoretically, I guess, but I don't know why you have an iPhone and an iPod Touch. But you can do it, and it's the same as with songs. So if you buy a song on your iPhone, it'll go to your different devices also, which is really cool. You can also do this with documents, but we've seen this before. There's nothing really that new there for documents. But if you make an iWork presentation on your iPad or iPhone, it'll sync vice versa. The next is iCloud, which it'll be backing up things for you, which is really cool. And it's going to be backing up a tons of stuff, so let me go on and talk about all those now. It'll be backing up your purchased music, apps, and books, your photos and video, your device settings, your app data, your home screen organization, your text message and MMS messages, your ringtones, and I'm sure many more. So those are things that's going to be backing up for you. So it's going to be really cool that it'll be able to do that. And so now you don't have to worry about iTunes getting a backup all the time and taking forever. Oh, and let's not forget iTunes matching. iTunes matching will go along with iTunes Music Sync and with iCloud, which for $24 a year, actually $24.99 a year, it'll actually be able to take a song that you didn't purchase from iTunes and they do one of two things with iTunes matching. It'll match it to a song in iTunes and actually give you that song to listen to on your iPhone, iPad, or Mac, or PC, or you can actually just upload it to Apple and you can listen to it that way. Without doing that, without paying the $25 a year, you've actually just got to sync it wired or wirelessly with the wireless syncing or with your 30-pin cable. And if you bought a song in iTunes, you can already sync it over it. It'll be really great. So what else do we have here? Some of these things should be available for iCloud testing today, so you should actually be able to get a beta of iTunes or iTunes 10.3 or whatever and be able to test some of these today, but at the time of this shooting, they're not there, so you can't get the latest version of iTunes yet to do this. iCloud will be fully ready in the fall, so now I gotta go watch the keynote. So you guys can go and either watch the keynote or you guys can watch some of my more videos here. I really encourage you to do that. See what my predictions were compared to what actually happened. Really encourage you guys to do that. And don't forget to subscribe also. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.